Hey, hot stuff. Remember, I need that orb. Time to cleave some heads. Now those are some angry knives.
Lunda.
Hi there. I wanted to ask, do you want me to stop talking about your muscles and how you look and stuff? Because it seems like it's making you all wiggly, like in a bad way.
It did, but no longer.
Oh, okay. So I should stop? Sounds like I should stop.
No.
Oh, all right, handsome. You beefcake? Get that armor nice and bloody. Woohoo! Looking good.
It fits.
Now go show it off.
It fits.
Woohoo! Looking good.
A good fit.
Better get that armor nice and bloody. Woohoo! Looking good. Now go show it off.
It fits. fits.
Now go show it off.
Midgard. Almost missed it.
Then
Lead the way.
ravens to hunt.
It's strange. There are still signs of the world serpent all over the lake. But we saw him disappear at Ragnarok.
That could only mean the legend was true all along. That blow from Thor sent Jormungandr straight back in time. A younger Norman, fresh from Jotunheim, would grow into the serpent we know.
When we first met the snake, he said that he thought Atreus familiar. Perhaps they met in Jotunheim.
Perhaps so, brother. We'll have to ask the lad for that story when we next see him.
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Incoming fire!
Behind you, look out!
There you're back! Suspect that's all of them.
These were Coal Raiders. Infamous.
Eating wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from such an encampment.
That was kind of you. The Coal Raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. Perhaps we should do something about them.
Perhaps.
Know anything about the frozen dragon?
His boulders. He took Atreus. Tried to escape with him. We fought on its back.
The things he put you through.
Odin gave the commands. The blame is his.
Mimir, there's something I wanted to ask you about. Hildisvini told me about your visit to secure Hel's army, but was reluctant to elaborate when it came to negotiating with Hrassfelder.
Ah, yes. Well, I can see why he'd hold off on such a subject until he saw if we survived the battle.
Wait. Let us look this way.
The oarsmen. Ugh. A monument of conquerors.
Made some lovely warships, though.
You won't believe it, Mimir. This crest belongs to Fjotorlund.
Fjotorlund, you say? Now that's where Sigrun was from.
On your left!
outpost is what's left of Fjortulund. Sigrun spoke of growing up with these people before she joined the Vikings. Looks like there's a staircase on the wall. Watch yourself.
You're on fire, Streetor. It will fire.
Down!
You know, brother, Sigrun told me her kingdom housed a great treasury filled with the spoils of her family's conquests. Perhaps this outpost holds some of that treasure.
Is that all she told you, Mimir?
Did she say where?
No, just that they kept it hidden.
You're free, little one. There it is. The other staircase.
Stop that whip, brother! Perhaps those runes over there can shed some light. What? No, she never mentioned.
Is that a key?
Wonder what lock that key belongs to.
No lock. It is broken.
Not broken. It's just split in half. Perhaps we could find its partner.
Mimir, what did those runes say?
Secret. She loved another. A king named Helgi. Seems they were madly in love. But her parents wouldn't let them marry.
Oh, come, Mimir. You really didn't think you were her first love, did you?
Aye. Suppose I did.
not a golden war.
Tyr used to talk about how heavy the cost of war was compared to its bounties. He felt like it was his responsibility to avoid it.
Aye, and everyone worshipped him for it.
What's your right?
Nasty hit! You alright, brother?
Kratos, tell me more of your homeland.
It was violent and cruel.
Sounds no different from these lands.
It was warmer.
beautiful dagger.
Impractical.
Ceremonial. Now, where have we seen an artifact like that before?
Tyr's vault.
Looks to be a sculptor from the southern lands.
Maria, what exactly did you promise the large bird in Helheim?
Oh, nothing too horrifying.
Enough. We will continue later.
Circling back to the topic of prophecies brought about by the efforts to avoid them, I think I can recall such a story as you mentioned, brother. A Greek tale for the stage. Rather lurid, but very popular. You know the one?
Every Greek knows the tragedy of the freaking king.
Yeah, word gets around about that sort of thing. You're on fire, Kratos! Then we'll fire!
What of her?
Reminds me of tales of a cruel empress. One too angry to die.
We'll see.
What's that? An abandoned camp.
Whoever was here left long ago.
What did you find?
A list of provisions needed to prepare a meal.
A recipe? Who left that way out here?
Let's take a look at the ingredients. Perhaps the recipe will lead us to them. Looks like initials. Do they match the ones in that recipe book you found?
Ah, I knew I recognized those initials. The Ballad of Yari and Somar.
I'm not familiar.
An old tale, but a good one nonetheless. The carving marks their passage through this realm. We could always try and find the others, if you're curious. As I was saying before about Hlasvelka, it's just that she'd like to retire.
Retire? Hell's Eagle wants to retire?
Indeed. And don't ask me what she expects to do with her free time. I assure you there is no reassuring answer.
Hold. The wolves are distracted.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother? Raider on the left!
Behind you! Look out!
That is all of them. They still whine.
Poor thing. They can smell more danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that. Another Coal Raider camp. Kratos, we should do something about them. That must be Tyr's helmet from his statue.
Win minds, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle for people's hearts and minds.
Now maybe the wolves will cease their whining. Accursed wolf.
I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves.
It's Demos, isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you of Demos.
You see yourself in these wolves, in their fear.
Let us keep moving.
When Jormungandr attacked Thor in Asgard, it seemed personal somehow. But there's no way they could have met before that, is there?
I've been pondering that, and I have a theory. We know the lad spent his time in Jotunheim learning soul magic. Perhaps the serpent figured in.
You mean Atreus placed some other giant soul into him? Someone who already hated Thor to begin with?
Exactly! Though that doesn't narrow it down much, I grant you. I wonder if Jorm even remembers after all this time who he once was.
Look, another Coal Raider camp. We should do something about them and put your wolves at ease.
Good hit, brother!
Kratos, their chieftain!
Raider on the left!
The chieftain. Was he the one who captured the wolves before you freed them?
I do not know.
Regardless, they should draw some comfort from his death.
They're still scared.
Not of the raiders. Do not be afraid. You are safe. Good. Good boys.
Girls.
Good girls.
Meeting the Lady of the Forge really brought back some memories. I thought it was only in my homeland you'd see such things.
Mermaids who forge weapons.
Aye. I remember very fondly a lake nymph called Nimue. Very talented with a sword.
Mimir.
I meant that literally. Shame on you. She made the best swords in all the Isles and had big dreams about what she'd do with them one day. I wonder what became of her.
Freya, something is on your mind. What is it?
Freyr's sword. I'm glad he got it back.
Someone stole it?
Not quite. It couldn't be stolen. It had to be given freely. Freyr had it forged in his younger days, imbued with its own motives and passion. For centuries, he swore he would only ever set it down in death or upon meeting the love of his life. Both he and the sword were romantics, you see. How strange. I've never seen that building before.
Aye. Very strange indeed. Let's take a closer look.
What's your name?
Behind you, Fredo!
Behind you, watch out!
Wait. The shield that's blocking the entrance. It looks exactly like the one from Tyr's statue.
It's another piece of Tyr's likeness sent flying across the lake. Ended up lodged right into this building, apparently. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
Doesn't look like you can brute force it.
On your guard, Kratos!
Could be useful. Well done. Now we just need to open the gate. Well done. Rude.
It was not intentional.
Oh, sure. My arrows can't go through walls, I'm afraid. Together again. Mimir, does this look like an abandoned treasury to you?
Aye, it does.
Sigrun's family crest. Looks like a vault door to me. That key we found in another part of Sigrun's kingdom. Think it'll unlock it?
Not when it's broken in two.
Then let us find the other half. Freya, you spoke of your brother's sword. How did Odin acquire it?
I'll answer this one. Odin, disguised himself as the most beautiful person Freyr had ever seen.
This separated Freyr from his sword.
Oh, with embarrassing speed.
I am glad Freyr ultimately retrieved it.
Me too. My little friend. Were you serious before, Mimir? Grasfelger truly wishes to retire? Can she even do that? Not be held?
Apparently so. She just requires relief. Someone else?
Prepare for a fight.
Nicely done. Keep on it.
Attack the springs! Hurry before it recovers!
Leave yourself an opening. Don't waste it.
Close in! Attack!
Nicely done. Keep on it. Right flank.
Kratos, the springs! Destroy them!
brother. You don't like riddles, eh?
No.
Oh, you just haven't heard any good ones. Here, I'm tall when I'm young, short when I'm old. What
A
happened?
candle.
Yeah. Heard that one before?
No.
Oh. Well, did you like it?
No.
Am I hearing voices again?
You are Atreus' friend.
Ah! Oh! Hi! Hey, you're Loki's dad, right? Saw you at the whole Ragnarok thing. I'm
The
Steel.
lad who's been organizing the displaced Midgardians. What are you doing?
Oh, Loki told me this story about Odin inviting him to Asgard and giving him an Aesir coin that you threw away, and well, I thought I'd come here and see if I could find it. And I did, if you can believe it. But, it's kind of stuck, because you're, like, crazy strong, apparently. I'm sorry, did you want to keep it?
No. It is yours.
You sure? It's probably really valuable. I mean, that's not why I'm after it, but if I were gonna sell a genuine Asgardian artifact touched by at least 3 gods, I'd expect that'd fetch, well, a whole lot. Probably enough to buy my own boat, set out, make my fortune.
The coin is yours. Good luck to you.
Thanks. You too. And, if you see Thrud, never mind.
You sure we shouldn't help him out?
He needs to feel he earned it. Let him do so.
What's that outpost?
Y'all still looking for the orb?
Thanks for grabbing that for us.
Another sign from Fjotalund, Mimir. Another crane.
It's creating more!
This mentions a spell that puts trolls to sleep, and a magic relic that acts as a sort of counter-spell. relic certainly did the trick. I somewhat missed fighting trolls, didn't you? Don't forget to grab what they dropped. I bet Lunda could make some armor out of it. Sad to see. Sigrid's homeland in such a terrible state.
You know, Mimir, if you want to take a tour of her kingdom, you might not like everything you find.
So, she loved another before me. There are worse things to discover about someone you love.
Yeah.
We never do seem to get rid of those things.
Ah, Rosa! What now?
A musical instrument from your homeland, isn't it? Can you play?
Yes.
Will you?
No.
Enemy behind you!
Ah, Sigrun. She casts riches and power aside to follow a higher calling, the Valkyrie. That's what pedestals are for, aren't they? Raising up the virtues.
If you say so.
There, fancy a riddle.
If you fancy a boot to the head.
Riddle solved.
Seems it only rotates in the other. Well done.
Maybe those runes can give us a bit of history about this place. It can't be.
It is.
Oh, Mimir. Look, the other half of the vault key.
Now that we've made the key whole again, we should head back to the treasury. See what fortunes await inside.
Arrows, brother! Arrows!
Yelpa!
King Helge massacred her family just because he couldn't have
Find
her.
that orb yet?
Only her brother, Prince Dogger, survived to kill the Mad King.
Sigrun and her brother had issues over that.
And all the time Sigrun and I spent with each other, she never mentioned anything about this.
Maybe she liked the way you saw her.
Oh, lady, I was curious about some of the flora we've encountered on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again.
There's Fjortulun's treasury. We can enter the vault now. Dead on the throne.
Kratos! Yelpa! Don't let him complete his spell!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass! Arrows, brother! Arrows!
Here sits Prince Dogger. I can't believe he's still here.
Prince Dogger? That the corpse of Sigrun's brother? How'd he end up like that, then? Freya, why won't you answer me?
Are you certain you want to read this?
No, brother. You do it.
It seems Sigrun put a curse on her brother for killing the Mad King.
No. Truly?
She did not know the Mad King had murdered her family. What she did was too late. She had cursed her brother. That is why she joined the Valkyries. To atone.
You knew all about Sigrun's family, didn't you, Freya?
It was not my story to tell.
Funny. Learning all this only makes me love her more. She chose me despite my flaws, my regrets. Knowing she has some of her own makes me feel closer to her.
I am glad to hear it.
What's that?
A diagram for a sword hilt.
Perhaps we should show it to one of the dwarves. They'll know what to do with it. Something else I recall about that Greek play I mentioned, if you won't take offense to the critique. As a work of performance, it consisted almost entirely of watching people give speeches and receive terrible news. It might have been nice to see more events dramatized instead of described.
It is Greek tradition for a story to unfold in a single time and place uninterrupted. It is more clear.
If you say so.
So let me see if I understand. We're expected to find someone to relieve Hrasfelger and become Hell? Not exactly an office many would wish to occupy.
Aye. Terrible weather, infinite hours, and the possibility of unleashing terrible mischief on the realms if they're careless. Or worse, if they aren't completely trustworthy.
But if she were to leave without a replacement?
Complete chaos, yes.
Well, I'm sorry I asked.
Brother, about the oracles of your lands, would you say they manipulated events? Did they have an agenda?
I do not doubt they held their own interests first. but in my experience, they can be easily fooled by their own prophecies. But we will speak of this later.
Isn't that the spear from Tyr's statue?
Wish for peace. Be ready for war.
Oh, that's astute of the elves. Tyr never sought war, but he knew he had to be ready for it.
Aye. Best be armed than not. Impressive-looking weapon, isn't it?
It is big.
Brother, what you said before about the oracles of your land being fooled by their own prophecies, I get the sense that was coming from personal experience, aye?
Yes. Once, I sought the Oracle for a means to break my bondage to Ares.
Brother!
Look,
Look, there's some debris over there.
defend the peace.
Well, I think that's the last of it. Doubtful we'll find any more interesting bits.
I always admired the love Tyr inspired.
Where I come from, gods of war are not revered in such a way.
Not all gods of war are the same, brother.
No. They are not.
Brother, can we get back to what you were saying about the Oracle of your homeland? You mentioned trying to escape your bondage to Ares.
Yes. But enough of that for now.
Watch your left!
Coming back here!
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost. Behind you. Incoming.
Sigil magic can break through their shield!
This is the last.
Well, if there's more of these Asgard fragments out there, the Einherjar will continue to be a nuisance for the realms.
Only if we do nothing. The realms will never heal if they remain.
How many more?
Only one way to find out. I see another realm tear from Garm. Shall we close it?
Silly, you all right?
But I'm sure our work is far from over.
It is gone.
I think the Norns are quite done with us, brother. Brother, somewhere out there's a riddle you'd enjoy, and I'm going to find it.
Not.
Once spoken, instantly broken. What am I?
Silence.
Correct!
I was not answering the riddle.
Ah. Brother, can we get back to what you were saying about the Oracle of your homeland? You mentioned trying to escape your bondage to Ares.
Yes. One priestess had visions that showed her Olympus would be brought to ruin by the god of war. Therefore she helped me, intending to undermine Ares and protect her realm. She did not foresee that I would kill him and take his office. In the end, I proved her vision of doom correct.
So the Oracle herself brought about the very future she hoped to avoid. I'm so very relieved we didn't do the same.
Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? Does it tickle?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame.
Brother, get ready! Careful, brother. You're covered in bifrost. You'll need to get around that shield.
Soldiers. They will always be loyal to him, alive or dead. It is a matter of honor.
Yes, they will continue to follow his orders and keep the realms under his thumb.
Not for long, they won't. You said you and Thor caused that?
Yes. The result of our weapons colliding.
Ouch.
Yes.
I must say, I think we make a good team. With my brains, Kratos' brawn, and my lady's,
Wisdom, magic, ability to tolerate you for long periods of time.
I was going to say brutality.
That works.
Here. You may tell a story, if you wish.
Am I preferable to silence at last? A rare day. I'm touched. But since you mention it, there has been one on my mind of... It goes back to my earliest days, when I had little more to do than observe the mortals who passed through our forest. One summer, a local laird of renowned eccentricity chose to sequester himself with a small coterie of kinsmen and followers.
Hold. We will finish later.
Never seen craftsmanship like this before. Can't imagine how old it is.
Another gravestone, like we found while searching for the Norns. But this one's intact.
Aye, and with a keyhole tailor-made for the help you took. Tread carefully, Bill. Oh, an artifact from the River Empire. Never been myself. I hear it's lovely. Well, that's all the lost artifacts from Tyr's temple. Fancy a visit to a certain dwarven shopkeeper? So you just refuse to pick a favorite poem? That's uncharacteristically indecisive of you.
I have a favorite poem already. One from my homeland.
Come on, brother. Let's have it. You mentioned you had a favourite poem from your homeland. What was it about?
A cunning general. A war over forbidden love.
I believe I've heard of this one. Did it involve a horse that was not as it appeared?
Yes, but that is not what happened.
Oh, it's based on truth then. And you were there.
Yes. I prefer the poem.
Okay, my story. Where was I? Oh, the eccentric laird had led his followers in a woodland retreat with an aim of achieving enlightenment through study and discipline. They took oaths to brook no distractions until they became wise men.
Distractions.
Aye, women, drink, mostly women. As you can imagine, things deteriorated quickly. By autumn, tempers were frayed and wisdom remained in short supply. One day, I watched as the laird and his brother took their hunt. There they found, at the banks of a river, a lady as fair as any they'd left behind.
Let this wait. Stay alert.
Brother, I've been meaning to ask. Your homeland. I'd heard the gods there wielded every flavor of power you could imagine. Lightning, fire, the whole lot.
As did I, for many years.
Oh, any chance you could recall some of that magic?
No, I have tried.
Magic is bound to the earth. When your homeland died, your powers probably went with it.
Well, probably for the best. Let the past stay in the past and all that. As I was saying about the laird and his brother, all summer they'd upheld their oath to avoid the touch of woman. Yet here before them stands a fair maiden in need of their help to cross the river. The laird doesn't miss a beat. He hoists her onto his shoulders, carries her across, sets her down, doffs his cap, and fords back across to his brother, who is dumbfounded, can't even bring himself to speak. The day stretches on, the laird carries on hunting, and his brother quietly gnashes his teeth down to powder. Finally, the dam breaks. "Brother," he cries, "how could you do it after everything we've sacrificed? How could you break your vow like it was nothing, carrying that lass on your shoulders like you were a Shetland pony?" The laird just smiles. "Brother, I set that lass down across the river. 'Tis you that carries her still." Oh, I got a chuckle. A rare day indeed.
Hey, hot stuff. Remember, I need that orb.
Would have been a shame to have left that behind.
I bring stone.
Ooh, yeah, I can sure make something out of that. Where'd you get it?
Trolls.
Oh, trolls! Look at you. Hey, Freya. How you doing?
I'm fine.
On that, madam, we are agreed.
What? Oh. Oh, thank you?
Anytime.